my name is Ewa with a double O, and of course, you know this is Relufe TV, and of course, this is X-Plained, where we talk about controversial topics on the app X, formerly known as Twitter.
Yes, and I'm RTVX, the vitamin baby. So if you're here for the first time, you're very welcome. Feel free to get into the ride and enjoy it with us. It's usually fun around here, okay?
Today we are talking about something that, I mean, this is not the first time this is coming up about men, women, and a whole lot of conversations where we're trying to be equal. And when it falls on the, on the men, that's when they'll say, yada, 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 and all that. But of course, a video came out where a guy was on a podcast and talking about what he went through as a married man looking after his pregnant wife who was about to give birth. That she had given birth, nobody checked up on him. On the day of delivery, he didn't sleep for 48 hours. Are you supposed to be sleeping when your wife is in labor? Are you supposed to be sleeping? Shame on you. Shame.
Yeah,
and of course, content creator Maraji came out to give her own 2 cents and talked about it. And everybody is just, I say that the gender is more of the male, the guys, just coming and just saying, and someone said to me that you have said that men should, men is a safe space, that men can talk about the things that they are. But I think what that guy made reference to, like, that was not a situation to express yourself in. Do you understand? He made an analogy, or he painted a scenario with a very bad. That was not, your wife is pregnant. She's in labor. Are you supposed to sleep? It's a different thing if you said, oh, my wife was just at home and she needed my help. It would have been a random, but this is that time where you are needed. It's like saying my husband is sick or he was admitted in the hospital and I didn't sleep, and that's the sacrifice. When you were spending your husband's money, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
When you were enjoying your wife, we were not there. So why are you complaining for a child that she's giving birth, your child as well, and you're saying that, you didn't sleep for 48 hours, nobody checked up on you? You can say that outside of the context of she being pregnant. Just say, naturally, I think men, we don't really get checked up on. There are instances where my wife is tired and I have to, stand in for her and do this, and nobody also check. It's a different thing, but it seemed like a crybaby, and I think that guy is a last born baby of the house, where you're crying, auntie, pick me, auntie, see me. You also want to feel loved, I understand, but to be honest, I agree with Mary is on her 3rd child, and this is somebody that you can never quantify childbirth with a woman. You can. Number one, women are even more emotional because her hormone changes. Do you understand? So there are different reasons why a woman can be cranky. Now, not let alone when she's pregnant. Now, if you have ever been pregnant as a man, which I know is not possible, you can't relate with what women go through. Every month women bleed. Menstrual is not something that you have control over. If I could stop it right now, I would say you get. But I mean, this one passed me.
This video was out and Maraji made her own reaction video to it, and it sparked a lot of, oh my god. The people are now even using Maraji as the verb for saying stupid things. I'll be like,
it's for something like that she didn't start.
Yeah. And the thing is, see, I can understand why women would react to this talk from the man in a very emotional manner. Now, if you've been on social media long enough, particularly X, then you will know that men speak about issues pertaining to women, especially women's health, with such ignorance and insensitivity, right? So I might not be able to start doing most men, I'm going to generalize most of the time. So if you are a man and it does not apply to you, there's no need to get angry about it, right? Now, some time ago, there's this footballer that divorced, his wife divorced him, and when it was time to share his properties, we found out that
it was in his
mother's name. And somebody legit came out and said, I always tell you people that your wife is not your family. That happened, and it caused a lot of controversy. Number 2, some time ago, this guy just came up, Neo, that guy, I don't like him for any reason. He just came up and he was talking about how that the girls in this generation are too sick. Like, it's either you're dealing with this PCOS, ovarian cyst, one thing, and I'm like, bro, and do you know, people were actually supporting this guy. Men were actually supporting this guy. And they were just talking so ignorantly, because why are you, this is this biology, like we don't have any control over.
You won't
these
even
things.
exist without this gender.
We don't have control over these things, and you're making it look like we're just doing it for the fun of it, like we're trying to. It's like
people are just saying, they have PCOS when they don't have
like that kind of stuff. Then that happened. And then the most recent one again was that somebody came up and said that menstruation, talking about your period online, is shameful and it should not be encouraged. And I'm like, bro, what the heck is all of this? You know, because some time ago when I was a part of a music band the other time, I just saw this talking drum, and I went there, I took the talking drum and I was just beating it, and then the talking drummer just come and like, hey, you know your period though? I'm like, what the heck?
Oh, okay.
Why is periods such an abominable thing to talk about? You know, I understand that there's this sentiment around blood in general, but
even the spiritual,
women, like, yes, like a shrine. You can never enter a shrine when you're in your period.
The Muslims can't go to the mosque.
Thank you.
Celestials will not be on their white gown. Everybody now knows that you're on your period.
And it's just crazy. I don't get. So men are always talking about these things with such ignorance, and women, it's like, because if you are there and you see the opinions from these men, you are just, it's like, are you people,
what is wrong with you?
Exactly. So that is why, and now you are bringing it to pregnancy and childbirth. Now, from what the man was saying, trust me, in communication, right, the way you present your case is just as important as the case that you're presenting. So this man could definitely have worded his speech better. Is it true that men also go through stress during pregnancy? Yes, they do, right? Of course, we're not going to take that, especially for the responsible ones who are actually present when their wives are pregnant and through postpartum and all of that. Yes, they go through it. I mean, caregiving is not an easy task. But coming out to say that, like, nobody even cared about you when your wife had the baby, like nobody even cared about to ask you how you were doing, and yada 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 yada, in that situation is selfish, right? Nobody's saying you shouldn't air your opinion, but at the nick of time, it was selfish. Do you understand? And if you're even looking at this thing, who are the people that rally around the women? It's the women as well.
Yeah.
First of all, you're saying the lady's mother will come and stay, or the man's mother will come and stay. The sisters, the ladies, women, because they are the ones that wear the shoe, and then they know where it hurts. So they rally around the women, because, see, childbirth is literally a battle between life and death. Oh, I forgot to add this one. There was a time on X as well when somebody was like, there was this tweet that was like, if your wife is in labor and your friend got shot, who would you go and meet? First. And some people were legit saying that they will go to their friend that was shot, because they don't see childbirth, they don't see labor as something that is life-threatening as well. When we literally have stories of women who have died during childbirth and all, and people just think that it's not, you know, it's not a big deal. This other man even said that when his wife was in labor, he could not bear it. He just went out to go and be drinking with his friends. His wife did not have the luxury of doing that. So do you understand? There are a lot of things.
The long run, I also think that I would expect them not to understand, because they don't know. Exactly,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. See, there's no way. Yes, we understand, like, empathy, or you see me in pain, you feel sorry for me, you wish that there were things you could do to take the pain away and all of that. But whatever the case may be, you are still not the one that's in that situation. You still cannot relate. Trust me, periods alone are like crazy. I tell you, it's crazy. But you cannot understand. I saw that there was that video of that period simulator.
Yeah, when men, I've even seen so many videos. Exactly, like, men can't even handle. Do you understand?
I tell you, it's crazy, because it's like the woman's body is just like wired to go through things. We're always going through one thing or the other. We barely ever have any time in our lives when our bodies are not going through something. And so if you're now coming after childbirth, because whatever is affecting you now, that woman is feeling it times 10. You're having mental stress and all. She is carrying both mental stress, physical stress, bodily stress, and all of that. So the truth is that empathy is not a competition, right? It's okay to ask a man, oh, how are you doing? You know, well, you don't chop. Of course, I don't think there's anybody that even completely neglects the man. At least from when I've seen caregivers going to like the home of a new parent and all of that, they will definitely, if they are cooking, they will definitely still cook for the man. They'll still tell him that, daddy, baby, pele, or this, that. But if you're expecting them to give you the level of attention that they are giving to the new mom, then that is selfish. That is really selfish, to be honest. And there's no way it's going to happen, right? It's not going to happen.
All right, let's get to some quotes on X. One says, "Now the guy mess up. Men should speak up is a trap. If you're not opening up to your fellow men, especially more experienced ones than you are, take your worries to God." So this is like saying that you should know that opening up to a woman, like, or opening up to the public where women would also hear it, does not make any sense. Like, what does a woman have to offer, you know, brain wise? Like, they don't really get sense like that. And I don't blame the person that wrote this, to be very honest. Men speaking up is not a trap. When we say you should speak up, also speak up with sense, speak up with some level of decorum.
It's important.
Speak up,
really.
You can't speak up on an issue that is very sensitive to a lot of women. Situations like, you know, you mentioned that women have died. This childbirth has led to some people literally have a stroke from
still now
giving
ask,
birth.
what do you bring to the
What
table?
do you bring to the table? Do you understand? So childbirth is a loss. If we could reverse the case where you as a guy carry the baby now,
oh my
carry
God,
the baby, and you
oh
know
my
how
God.
it be.
For 9
you
months,
say,
so.
oh, men provide, men are the ones that still bring the food to the table, and it's the man that is the donator of the child and whatever. Carry the child.
You know,
breastfeed the child.
There's something that he said in that video that made me laugh. He was like, when they are bringing out the food, they are giving it to the woman. They say pap for breastfeeding, and I'm like, is it that you want to breastfeed as well?
I think it's just a jealous. I think when he was saying it, he wasn't really thinking about it, and I think that we also exaggerated like our reactions. I think it was not supposed to be that deep. Do you understand? But I think marriage is also the highlight, because marriage is not the only one that has had one or two things to say about it. So why is everybody pinning this on marriages? You're not going deep into marriage's life and making it seem like, oh, it's because she's married and she has kids.
The thing is that on X, it's just a rule. It's not ever about what was said. It's more about the person that said it. So Maraji has had some kind of controversy around her in the past, and people already have that built against her. So that's why they will come at her like that. You get? So I mean, it's like, see, there's a hierarchy in compassion, right? If you as a mother have 2 children, one of them is sick and the other one is hungry, who are you going to give priority to? Definitely the sick one, because your hunger can be, you know, managed, right? Yes. So of course, men have their own stress that they go through. I mean, I know how it could be like seeing the person that you love so much in pain and hurt, and there's nothing that you can do physically to take the pain away from them. But it's just what it is. We will not give you that. If people are even giving you that much attention and not giving your wife as much, you should be worried. You should even tell them, please don't focus on me, like focus on the new mom. Because even at that stage, even after she has given birth, things can still go wrong. Do you understand? We have people that die after. We have people that die after like 2 weeks after childbirth. You can just say, "Oh, thank God, they've given birth to the child. Mother is alive, child is alive, everybody's okay." And then before you know it, something just comes up. Do you understand? So, caring for a pregnant woman or a new mom, it never just ends, and it can never be too much. Do you understand? Because first of all, childbirth, carrying a child does a lot to your body, does a lot to your mind. There are people that literally lose parts of the functions, like parts of their body lose their functions because of pregnancy and childbirth. There are people that vomit from the beginning of their pregnancy till the end of the pregnancy, and it's not even far-fetched. There are some that have lost their teeth, they have lost body parts, some even went blind, some went mad. Like, there are lots of things. Do you understand? So I'm just saying that, man, it's okay. Like, you can speak up. If you don't want to speak up, that's up to you. But you can speak up. But understand that when you're talking about sensitive things, right, you should mind how you present your case. If this man had presented his case like, oh, when my wife was pregnant, you know, when my wife had a baby, she went through a lot. Or me, I even saw it, like she went through a lot. I was there. I was on that. It stressed me too.
But how many of us did take our time to watch the full?
Yes, I'm trying to. I'll get there. So if maybe you just said that, oh, it stressed me too. I wish I had gotten like more people to talk. But I understand that she needed so that would have been different. But then again, it's not everybody who is actually able to properly articulate themselves, and so we must also learn how to give people grace. We must also learn how to fill in the gaps, sort of, you understand. So when you see that definitely this guy is struggling, and from I've seen interactions between him and his wife online, and you can tell that, you know, he loves his wife and he's present in her life. This guy now and his wife, you know, the wife actually came out to say all the things that he did for her. So I'm just saying that if he had worded his speech better, you know, this could have been avoided. And also, it's not everybody that will be able to properly articulate what they want to say. So sometimes we don't have to always just react emotionally, right? Even though the way he said it was quite triggering. I'm not going to lie. It was quite triggering. But yeah, so let's learn to also give people the benefit of the doubt. So there are also tweets of people talking about how that men should not talk, men should not this. I'm not going to say anything about that. So I think you should know, if you're dealing with a public space, whether or not you're a man, it's just what it is. We're not the ones that started it. It's been there before we even came. When you're talking in public spaces, that you should be more mindful of your speech, right? And if you need to confide in somebody, then probably just look for somebody that you're comfortable with, somebody that you trust enough to handle your vulnerability, right? And I mean, social media, once your content is out there, you cannot predict people's response to it. It's just what it is. You're going to get the good, you're going to get the bad, because there are people that are just from unhappy homes. Normally, people that are very bitter and angry, they are going to pile on you, even if your content is very pure and innocent. They are going to find it, like when you say, oh, I love eating rice, or I love rice. Rice is such a nice food. Somebody will now come and say, oh, does that mean that beans is not good? That kind of stuff. So people are always going to come with their opinions, and I mean, it's social media. Get used to it, because it's never going to change, actually. Yeah.
Let us know what you think about this in the comment box. If you like, if you agree, if you disagree with what we've said, with what Maraji said, with what the guy even said. Do you understand? The comment section is open for you, of course, to drop all your comments. And more importantly, is it a safe space for men to talk? Yes, men can always talk, but please talk, like I said earlier, with sense. I'm going to be very honest about it, because as much as men are already in that space where they keep talking about things that affect women in a light that we know that they can never understand. Just the same way, there are some things that men go through that we cannot relate with, or that we are not feeling. Or a man, they will say, oh, if they don't get intimate, there are something will be painful. Different. I'm just using that as an example, right? Do you understand? So physiological, there are so many things that we cannot relate with.
Yes.
We have different genders, different body parts, different, you know, identity, and even as individuals, not talk less of different genders. Do you understand?
And it's okay to not understand completely, but coming to now water down our experiences, like saying that when girls are crying on their period, that they are craving attention, I would still, like, please just keep quiet. Okay, you don't know.
Love to see like the full video of the podcast. It would literally inform. Okay, maybe it was just that part that was cut out. Maybe the guy had said all that things.
Clickbait, obviously.
Do you understand? Yeah. And that's what happens if we love people that sit down podcast. Take it easy with the mics that you put your mouth. All right, my name is AY with the double O, and of course I'll be doing this again on another episode of Explained.
And I'm RTVX, the vitamin baby. Please like this video, comment. Okay, the comment box is for you. Don't leave it empty. And of course, share it to your friends, your networks, and everybody generally. And we will see you in our next one. Bye.